Namaste, and thanks for joining me today. The practice today is on an asana called Ubhaya Padangusthasana. It's a posture that's going to require some core strength and some flexible hamstrings. So we'll look at working on those two components today during practice. For the practice, you'll need your mat, 2 blocks, strap, and a blanket, or any substitutes that you have around the house. In addition, we're going to use the wall several times during practice, so make sure that you have your mat near a wall. So to start, if you have your strap handy, and come to sit in Virasana on your block. And if Virasana doesn't feel good in your ankles, knees, or hips, just take a comfortable position that feels appropriate for your body today. And we'll begin by centering and focusing using a mudra or hand gesture. That's one to stretch the limbs and create some softness through the body. So if you interlace your fingers at the first joint and really stretch through your fingertips, stretch your thumbs up, and then place this just in front of your abdomen. From here, close your eyes, take a slow breath out your nose, and soften your face. Reach up through your thumbs and reach into the tips of your fingers. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. The first part of the practice is to slow and focus your breathing so that you're completely present and you have a smooth movement of energy throughout all of your systems. Inhale very slowly through your nose. Exhale slowly through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keeping your breath very even and smooth, relax your hands and place your palms down on your thighs. As you inhale, slowly open your eyes. And from here, find your strap and place it on your right shoulder, and we'll start with Gomukhasana or cow face arms. So with the strap on your right shoulder, take your left arm forward, turn your left arm in, and slide your left hand up your back. Take a little bit of time to work your hand between your shoulder blades. Then reach up with your right arm and either hold your left hand or hold the strap with both hands. So you want something to catch and create a little resistance with. From here, soften your hips onto the block and draw your rib cage down. Then move your upper arm bone back against that resistance until you feel stretch in your upper arm. Take a breath in through your nose. Take a slow breath out through your nose. Use the contraction of your core muscles to move your upper arm bone and create both strength at your core and a stretch of your upper arm. One more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, release the stretch. Move the strap to your left shoulder. Take your right arm to the front, turn your right arm in, and slide your right hand between your shoulder blades. Again, taking a little bit of time to wiggle your hand up there. Then reach up with your left arm, hold the strap with your hands, or hold hands. Again, lift your chin, look across the room, then pull your rib cage down and the sides of your waist in, and from the strength of your core, move your arm bone back. Your eyes soft. Inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. Slow exhale. One more breath. And then exhale, unclasp your hands. Keep your strap to the side and keep your blocks to the side. And then come to sit first in Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. So if you bring the soles of your feet together. From Baddha Konasana, turn your left leg in and move your left knee wide. Pull your right heel closer to you and then scoot your bottom to the back. Put your right hand behind, lift your chest, and as you exhale, turn your left hip and thigh in. Turn your rib cage to the right. Put your left hand on your right knee and look over your right shoulder. Now when you exhale, squeeze to turn your chest to the right. Keep your face soft. Make your eyes soft. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then inhale, come back round to the front. Bring your left foot forward. Take your right knee wide. So turn your leg in and move your right foot to the back. Scoot your bottom out from underneath you. Inhale, sit up tall, then exhale, turn your right hip and thigh in. Put your right hand to your left knee and exhale, squeeze, turn your chest left. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe in. And exhale, squeeze, turn left. Inhale, come back down to the front. From here, turn to sit in Dandasana. So stretch your legs out in front. Kind of wiggle and adjust your bottom out from underneath you. Place your hands by the sides of your hips and press your legs down firm. Then lift your chest and broaden your shoulders. Look across the room. Make your face softer and really work on squeezing your legs down. As you inhale, raise your arms, press your legs firm to the mat, reach back through your thumbs, lift your chest. Make your face soft again and take a breath in. And take a breath out. Keep pressing your thighs to the mat as you reach to your fingertips. Inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale. And exhale, take your hands down. From here we'll come to downward dog. So starting on your hands and knees, have your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders and spread your fingers apart. Move your knees back, tuck your toes, pick your knees up, then lift your hips up. And start first in high heels. Work to push forward through your hands and then actively press your chest back. Pull your knees up, pull your bottom up, make your tailbone the highest part of this pyramid. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Bend your right knee, stretch your left heel towards the floor, but keep pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Lift your left sitting bone higher. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your left knee. Stretch your right leg straight. Push through your hands and stretch your right heel for the mat. Then pull your right sitting bone up higher. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Work both heels towards the mat, but watch what happens at your shoulders. So if you start to pop forward, soften your knees a bit and draw your bottom high. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. As you exhale, step up to the front of your mat. So if you've got blocks, put your blocks on high. If you don't have blocks, you can put your hands on your shins. Keeping your back straight, inhale, look forward, pull your bottom up, pull your knees up, press your legs straighter. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Keep working your bottom up. Action here, just pull up. Keep squeezing your knees. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press your thigh bones back and apart. Keep the strong leg action. So in this shape, I'm feeling a pretty good stretch on my hamstrings. I don't have to put my hands to the mat. What you want to get is nice straight legs and a good stretch back of your calf, back of your thigh. Avoid sensation behind your knee or sensation in your bottom at the attachment points of your hamstrings. Inhale here. Now as you exhale, draw the sides of your waist in, put your blocks down, bring your hands to your hips, and come on up to stand. I'm going to turn so that you can see me better. From here, stretch your arms up and take your right hand to hold your left wrist. Right hand to left wrist. Then cross your right leg behind your left. Now super squeeze your inner thighs together and reach left. Strong legs, and then reach through your left arm. Breathe. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, change sides. Hold your right wrist, cross your left leg behind. Inhale, exhale, reach to the right. And again, squeeze your inner thighs. Strong, strong legs here. Relax your face and breathe in. And breathe out. Then inhale, come back. Exhale, lower your hands. We're going to do some sun salutations now. They'll have some slight variations, so just stay with me. Starting from the front of your mat with your feet together. Inhale and raise your arms, look up. Exhale, fold forward, touch the ground. Inhale, look forward. Then as you exhale, step your left leg to the back and bring your left knee to the mat. From here, shift your hips back, pull your toes towards you. You're looking to get a good stretch on the back of your right leg. Pull your toes towards you, pull your bottom back, take a breath in. And then exhale, step to a plank. Option for a knee down chaturanga. Look forward, pull your belly button back, bend your elbows, go halfway to the mat. Inhale, straighten your arms, drop your hips, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, lift your hips, press back. Again, make a really big pyramid shape here. So you want a good stretch on the back of your legs to prep us for Ubhaya Padangusthasana, our featured pose for the day. So draw your sitting bones high. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, and then exhale, come on up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold deep. I just realized I forgot our right leg. So from here, step your right leg back, put your right knee down, pull your left toes towards you. Flex your left foot and pull your hips back till you feel the stretch on the back of your left leg. I'm on day 60 since I've left my home. I think I'm losing my mind, so I'll try to get it together here. Okay, put your left foot down. Now exhale, step up to the front of the mat. Now inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your arms and reach up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Round two is going to be a little different. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, step back to downward dog. So from downward dog, raise your right leg. Now, keep your outer right hip rolled down. So you're going to lift from your inner thigh. Press your left thigh back, push through your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, put your right foot down. Inhale, raise your left leg. Again, roll your outer hip down so you lift from the inner thigh. Squeeze both legs straighter. And exhale, put your left foot down. Inhale, forward to a plank. As always, option for knee down chaturanga. Exhale, bend your elbows, go halfway. Inhale, lift your chest and look up. Exhale, lift your hips, press back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look up to the front of the mat, and then exhale, come on. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale, hands down. Round 3, changing it again. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to downward dog again. From downward dog, take an exhale breath and bring your right knee to tap your right elbow. So come forward to a plank. Right knee to right elbow. Pull your right heel to your buttock. Look forward. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Tap. Kick your left heel to your butt. Look forward. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, bend your knees and look up. Exhale, come on up to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your chest halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your arms, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Round 4, again, a little bit of a variation. Inhale, raise your arm. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, downward dog, then exhale, right knee to left elbow. Go cross body. Tap and raise your right heel. Breathe. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Turn. Hug it in. Take a breath. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the plank, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, lift your hips, press back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, bend your knees and look up. Exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your chest halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands at your sides. One more round. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, go to a downward dog. Inhale, downward dog, and then exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Step your right foot to the left. We're going to fall in triangle. Spin your left foot down. Raise your left arm and reach up. Push the energy through your legs and press the floor away. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Step your left foot to the right. Spin your right foot down. Raise your right arm and push up, reach up, squeeze. Breathe. Exhale, back to downward dog. From downward dog, inhale the plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, look up. Exhale the downward dog and take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, come on up. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, Tadasana. Now just pause and hold Tadasana. Don't fix hair close. Breathe. And from here, now come to stand in the center of your mat. From the center of your mat, inhale and touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide apart, making a big star shape. From here, turn your right leg out and turn your left toes in and check that your right heel intersects the arch of your left foot. Pull your kneecaps up and push your hips left. Keep squeezing your legs super strong and take your upper body to the right. Exhale, put your right hand down. Raise your left arm, spin your shoulders out as you turn your chest up. Then again, keep squeezing your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Then press down and inhale, come back up. Return to the big star. Turn your left leg out, turn your right toes in, line up, heel to arch, and again, super squeeze your legs. From here, shift your hips to the right, reach to the left. Tighten your knees, squeeze. Then put your left hand down, raise your right arm, spin your shoulders out and look up. Pull your kneecaps up and move your hips right, looking for that stretch on your left inner thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down and inhale, come up. Turn your legs to parallel, touch your heart, and exhale, take a breath into Tadasana. Parshva side angle pose. Inhale and touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide. Make the big star shape and turn your right leg out, turn your left toes in. Reach to the left as you bend your right knee and adjust your stance so you have room for your hips to come down. Now press through your right inner knee and actively squeeze the left leg. Move your hips left, take your upper body right. Put your right forearm to your thigh, turn your chest up, tighten the left leg, and now stretch your left arm along your left ear. Reach right. Ground your right heel, stretch into the left leg. Then relax and soften your face and take a breath in. And take a breath out. Ground into your feet, lift to warrior two, then straighten. Turn your feet parallel. Turn your left leg out, turn your right toes in, line up, heel to arch. Reach to your right hand as you bend your left knee. Then push through your left inner knee and super squeeze the right leg. Begin to move your hips to the right as you take your upper body left. Put your forearm to your thigh and turn your chest up. Swing your left butt cheek under. Now reach right arm to the left. Press your left heel down, squeeze your right leg and turn your chest up more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down and inhale, lift your chest to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Turn your legs parallel, touch your heart, and then exhale, take a breath, Tadasana. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Inhale, touch your heart. Exhale, take your legs wide apart. From the star shape, bring your hands to your hips and turn your right leg out. Move it a little bit to the right. Turn your left leg in and turn to face the short edge of the mat. From here, bend your right knee. So I'm working to keep my knee either on top of my ankle or a little behind. You can see here my hips are a little high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my feet wider apart. So increase your distance for space for your hips. Now bring your left rib cage forward, push through your right inner knee, squeeze the left leg and inhale, raise your arms, look up. Reach back through your thumbs and reach back into the left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, squeeze your leg to straight and bring your hands to your hips. Then turn. Turn your left leg out. Move it a little left and turn your right leg in. Turn to face the short edge of the mat again. Bring your right rib cage forward, bend your left knee. And then again, increase the distance between your feet so you've got room for your hips. Right ribs forward, press through your left inner knee, squeeze your right leg and inhale, raise your arms. Reach back through your thumbs, reach back through the right leg and keep breathing. Squeezing the right leg. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Then inhale, straighten your leg. Bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet parallel, touch your heart, and exhale, breathe into Tadasana. My mat's starting to slide on my carpet, so I'll just give it a little adjustment here. Okay, next posture is Parsvottanasana and 10 side stretch. So options for arms. First option, hold elbows. Second option, put the palms of your hands together for Paschimottanasana Namaskarasana, revert west-facing prayer hands. From the center of your mat, widen your feet just a meter, so shorter stance than what you had previously. Turn your right leg out, turn your left leg in, and again turn to face the short edge of the mat. Squeeze your legs and bring your left ribs forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, press into your feet and spin your left hip and thigh in. Fold over your right leg. And as you go forward, work to keep your shoulders level. So there's often a tendency for one side of your chest to get higher than the other. Feel for balance between right and left shoulder, and then super squeeze your legs. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Push into your feet and inhale, look forward. Slowly come back up to stand. Turn your legs to parallel, turn left leg out, turn right leg in, turn to face the short edge of the mat again. Squeeze your legs and bring your right rib cage forward. Inhale, lift your chin, then exhale, turn your right hip and thigh in as you go over the left leg. Working to keep your shoulders balanced as you fold. Work with your exhale breath to pull your chest down. gaze up higher, pull your bottom up. Now breathe. Slowly in through your nose. Slowly out through your nose. Squeeze your legs, look forward, and then pull with the back of your body to come up. Turn your legs to parallel, step your feet together, exhale, breathe in Tadasana. Next posture is Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve triangle pose. So if you've got blocks, place them at the back side of your mat like this. And then if you stand between the blocks, with your hands to your hips, take your feet 1 meter apart. So again, a shorter stance. Turn your right leg out, turn your left leg in, turn to face the short edge of the mat. Now squeeze your legs, this is a straight leg pose, and bring your left rib cage forward, tighten your left leg. Inhale, raise your left arm and keep your right hand to your hip. As you exhale, go forward. Put your left hand on the block or on the floor. You can move your hand or the block inside your foot for more stability. To challenge balance more, keep your hand to the outside. Now squeeze your legs and turn your rib cage to the right. Raise your right arm. Reach up as you squeeze your legs and stretch into your right fingers. Turn to look at your right thumb. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Shift your body weight to the back and press down to bring both hands to your hips. From standing, turn your feet parallel. Turn your left leg out, turn your right leg in. Again, turn to face the short edge of the mat. Squeeze both legs straight. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, pull your left hip back and go forward. Straight legs. And then put your right hand either on the block inside or outside. So outside your foot is bigger balance challenge. Now squeeze your legs and turn your chest left. Raise your left arm. Turn to look at your left thumb and breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand down. Shift your body weight back. Push down to put both hands on your hips. And inhale, come back up. Turn your legs to parallel and exhale, take a breath, Tadasana. Coming to the front of your mat now, we're going to make our way to the floor. So you want to have your strap somewhere that you can reach it when you're on your back. Starting with your feet hip distance at the front of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms, look up. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, lift your chest halfway, and then exhale, go to downward dog. Create the pyramid shape and raise your bottom, push forward through your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, put your knees to the mat and have a seat. And from here, you're going to come onto your back. So we're going to practice Ubhaya Padangusthasana, which is reclining big toe pose. And we'll also do some leg lifts, core work. So if you know that you have back problem or you're working on developing core strength, I also recommend having a block nearby. So coming onto your back with your strap. Stretch your left leg out and put the strap on the ball of your right foot. So strap substitutes include jump ropes, scarves, belts for pants, anything that's long. I wouldn't recommend a resistance band because it's stretchy. So you want something that's not going to stretch. Okay, so with your support on the ball of your right foot, hold the strap with your right hand and take your left hand to your left thigh. Now flex your feet and squeeze your knees. Breathe in through your nose. breathe out through your nose. Keep squeezing your legs strong here. Inhale, slow. Exhale, slow. Squeeze your legs even more and bring your right leg closer. Pull your belly button back. Pull the sides of your waist in. Squeeze your legs straight. Now grounding your left side, bring your right leg closer and then take your right leg to the right. Keep your left shoulder and hip on the mat, and you can put your right elbow on the floor for support. But ground the left side. So left side firm to the floor. And then stretch out through your right leg. Relax your jaw and breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring your leg up and hold the strap with your left hand. Don't change the left side. So left shoulders on the mat, left hips on the mat, left toes pointed up. Keep your right shoulder and hip on the floor as well, and move your right leg left. So notice that the only thing that's moving is my leg bone. I'm not turning my whole body to the left, yeah? What you want to feel is a good stretch here on the outer part of your right leg, and you're going to get that if you ground your body and just move your thigh bone. So it might not be a big movement, but it should be one that has a pretty strong sensation. And then bring your leg back to center and change sides. Putting the strap on the ball of your left foot. Straighten your left leg and hold the strap with your left hand. Now straighten your right leg and put your right hand on your thigh. Flex your feet. Squeeze your legs and relax your face. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Now exhale, bring your left leg closer. Keep your legs straight. Don't bend your knees. Inhale here. Now, grounding the right side of your body, take your leg to the left, but press the right side down. Put your left elbow on the mat and push out through your left leg. Keep pressing back to the right. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Exhale, bring your left leg up and hold the strap with your right hand. So again, only thing you're going to move is the left thigh bone. Point your right toes up, point your right knee up, ground your right hip and shoulder, ground your left hip and shoulder, and move your left thigh bone across your body. Again, it's not a huge movement. Notice that my left hip's still on the floor, left shoulder on the floor. Keep pointing your right toes up and go a little bit more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring your leg back to center. Take the strap and set it to the side. So we're going to work on a little bit more core strength. You can put the block behind your hips if needed. Reach your arms to the back and bring your knees to your chest. Now tighten up your tummy right here. So you pull sides of your waist in and belly button down. Then raise your legs and super squeeze your legs. Reach right under your toes and now stretch your right leg out. Hold it level with the floor. Keep tightening waist belt. Sides of the waist in, belly button down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale, raise your right leg. Lower your left leg in again. Squeeze your legs, tighten up your waist. relax your jaw and neck muscles here. Put the effort into your legs. Breathe in. Exhale, raise your left leg. From here, put your feet to the mat and then squeeze your butt. Take your knees forward as you lift your hips. Exhale. Again, bring your knees to your chest and raise your legs. We're going to lower both legs this time. So to control some of the intensity, control how far you lower your legs. And the lower your legs go, the harder it will be. So tighten up your legs, spin your thighs in and squeeze them together, pull your waist belt super tight, and then take your legs out about 30 degrees. Keep squeezing. You can stay here or go lower. Keep spinning thighs in and tighten up your waist. Now the lower your legs go, your lower back is going to begin to come away from the mat. So you want to make sure that you don't have lower back pain. Now go level with the floor. Reach into your toes and tighten your inner thighs. Pull your waist belt in, keep breathing. Then back to the halfway point. Two-thirds of the way. And legs up. Exhale, put your feet to the mat, squeeze your butt, take your knees forward, hips high, open up the front. Exhale, bring your hips down. So if you're using the block, I think for the next one, it may be difficult on the block, but you can give it a try. Otherwise, bring your knees to your chest and hold your head with your hands this time. Exhale and lift your head up. Now stretch your legs up. So you're going to support the weight of your head with your hands. No neck strain here. From here, lower your left leg, so you can go a little bit, or you can go level with the floor, and then turn your upper body to the right. So I think the block might make this a little bit unbalanced, and the way to modify would be to just do it less, or even to have your knees bent. From here, raise your left leg, bring your chest back to center. Lower your right leg, twist to the left. Breathe. Raise your right leg, chest to center. Lower your left leg and twist to the right. Breathe. Raise your left leg, chest to center. Lower your right leg and exhale. Twist left. Keep your breath going. And raise your right leg. Then bring your back to the mat and your hands down. Squeeze your butt, lift your hips. Exhale and lower. From here, if you turn to your right side to sit up. And then go to a downward dog. Pull your bottom up, lift your hips, press your chest back, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Bend your knees, inhale, look to your hands, and as you exhale, come up to stand. At the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your chest halfway, tighten your knees, squeeze your waist, bring your hands to your hips, and now stand all the way up. Our next posture is Ubhaya Padangusthasana, extended hand to big toe pose. So I'm going to show it first how to do it with the wall, and then how to do it without the wall, since we're at the wall today. So if you're using the wall, stand facing the wall and bring your right foot at about hip height on the wall. I'm looking to line up my left hip with my left ankle, and then you'll practice here. If you want to do it without the wall, so if you're using the wall, bring your right foot on the wall. Without the wall, put your left hand to your hip and put your right hand to your right inner knee. Raise your knee and hook your right big toe, then stretch your right leg out to the front. So either with the wall or without, Squeeze both legs straight. If you're using the hand to big toe, use your toe like a finger and grip. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And exhale, lower your leg. So again, using the wall or without. Put your left foot on the wall, or right hand to your hip, raise your left knee, and hook your left big toe. Lift your chest and stretch your left leg straight. Use your toe like a finger, and grip your fingers. Squeeze both legs straight. Keep breathing, so even with the wall, you'll have your arms up and still. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale, bend your knee, and release. So we're going to do that as a twist. And again, I'll first show using the wall. So going back to right foot on the wall. This time I'll inhale, arms up, and exhale, twist. So left hand will come to right leg, right arm will reach back, and I'm going to look back. Again, I'm working to keep both legs straight here. Without the wall. So either you've got right foot on the wall, arms up, and exhale, twist right, or with hands on hips, raise your right leg. Take your left two fingers, grip your big toe, and stretch your leg out. Now turn your chest to the right, and reach back with your right arm. Ooh, don't fall down. Breathe in. Squeeze your legs straight. Breathe out. Bend your knee, and change sides. So left foot on the wall, arms up, and exhale, twist left, or left hand on your hip, right fingers hold left big toe. Straighten out your left leg, turn to the left, reach your left arm back. Again, work both legs straight here. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and exhale, release. Next posture is Uttanasana, intense forward fold. Again, two variations. So the first one, as always, will be the most accessible, and any option that comes after will increase in difficulty. So if you've got a back problem, hamstring issues, you'll do first variation. You'll start with your hands at your hips. And with your hands at your hips, go up to the wall. Don't move your hands down. Keep your hands at hip height and walk back. Now move your your feet under your hips and pull your butt up, take your chest down. So this would be option one. I got a nice stretch of the back of my legs, but it feels like something that I can control a bit more. Option two, come into Uttanasana near the wall, and then walk in until you can get your back on the wall. Straighten your legs and lean into the wall. So taking first variation or second one, what you're looking to experience is a stretch on the back of your thighs and the back of your calves. Avoid pulling at the back of your knees and avoid pulling here at your sitting bones. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. As you inhale, slowly back away from the wall, or if you're standing, you'll have to walk in and come back. And then just pause for a moment in an upright stance and really press down through your legs. Some of us experience postural hypotension. That's when you get a little dizzy when you stand. So just pause for a second. We're going to make our way back to the mat to do Navasana or boat pose. So from the front of the mat, bring your hands to your hips, inhale, lift and broaden your chest, and then exhale, fold forward. Put your fingertips to the mat and bend your knees. Slowly put your bottom down. So I like to sit on a blanket for Navasana. I have like my tailbones a little bit to one side, so I'm kind of like too wobbly, so I don't have much gluteus tissue, sadly. So I'm going to use a blanket, but it's not required. One thing you do want to make sure of is that if you fall to the back in Navasana, you won't hit the wall. So starting with your bottom on the mat, bend your knees and hold the back of your thighs. What I want to work on right here is lifting from my chest. So one of the challenges with Navasana is not to overwork the hip flexors. And it's really easy to find that this part of the body gets hard. A lot of us already have too much hardness here. So work on lifting from your back and your chest and letting your hip flexors do less. Okay, so here we are, tips of toes, and then float your toes, lift your chest. Notice that your back muscles really got to work. From here, raise your heels so that your heels and knees are in one line. Again, lift your chest. Keep holding the back of your legs, or option to let go, but notice if you're over gripping at the hip flexors. Over time, that's really not going to feel good. So lift with your back, lift with your chest. Breathe. Put your toes down and stretch your legs out. Purvottanasana, east face stretch. Turn your fingers towards your bottom. Point your toes towards the mat and then squeeze your butt, lift your hips, open up those hip flexors here. Exhale, put your bottom back down again. Walk your toes in, lift your chest, raise your toes. Raise your heels. Option, no hands. Stretch your right leg up. Breathe. Bend your right knee. Stretch your left leg up and breathe. Bend your left knee. Work both legs straight. Look at your toes, lift up towards your toes. And bend your knees. Toes to the mat. Stretch your legs out, Purvottanasana. Turn your fingers towards your bottom. Squeeze your legs, lift your hips. Look at your hips. Press your toes down, open up your hip crease. Exhale, have a seat. One more time. Walk your toes in, catch the back of your legs. Hover your feet. Raise your heels. Option for no arms. Lift your chest again. Option, squeeze both legs straight. Ooh, don't lose it. Keep lifting up, squeeze your legs. It's a hard one, I'm shaking here, breathe. Bend your knees, toes to the mat, and stretch it out, Purvottanasana. Fingers point towards your bottom. Squeeze your butt, lift your hips, press your toes down. And then exhale. From here we'll do Paschimottanasana, west facing intense stretch. So again, if you're working with hamstring tears, back problems, I recommend doing all of your seated postures on a blanket. Just that little bit of height under your hips will take some pressure off your back and your legs. So if you're on the blanket and want to keep using it, go ahead. Find your strap and sit first in Dandasana. Press the back of your thighs to the mat and put the strap on the balls of your feet. Now, holding the strap with your hands, press your legs down and lift your chest. You'll again want to feel these back muscles firing. Breathe in. And then exhale, take your heart forward. Your chin's going to lift a bit to start. That's okay. Walk your hands down towards your feet, and if you can touch your feet, take your first two fingers, grip your big toes. Scoot your butt back a little bit, press down through your legs, and inhale, lift your chest up. Squeeze legs down, chest up. Really work this shape for a few breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now exhale, go forward. Take your rib cage down. Press your forehead down. Pull your butt back more and keep stretching out over your legs.
super strong legs. Push down and breathe.
Now press down and inhale, come halfway. Exhale, release the shape. Okay, so we're going to start to work with Ubhaya Padangusthasana, which was the focus of the practice today. You're going to need the wall to start, and you may want the blanket as well. So for the first variation, I'm not going to use the blanket, but I will be using it later. But again, if you find the blanket supportive, just always use it. So I'm going to start by coming near the wall, and I'll put my feet up the wall. My hands are behind me, and I'm going to walk my butt in as much as I can and my heels up. So get as close as you can, and then with your hands behind you, use your arms to lift your chest and look at your toes. Squeeze your legs straight. Keep using your arms to support your back, and instead of falling to the back, press and lift, heart to toes. Press your thighs towards the wall and take a breath in. And take a breath out. Then bend your elbows and wiggle a bit back from the wall. So I'm a little bit further away this time. Reach for your big toes with your first two fingers. Maybe you find out that you're not able to touch your toes with straight legs. You can hold on to the back of your thighs and keeping your heels at the wall again. Work your back here. So this, lot of back strength, lot of core strength, lift up. Option, keep using the wall or take your feet off. Pull your chest to your toes and grip your fingers with your toes. So your toe works like a finger. So here we are, Ubhaya Padangusthasana. Put your heels back on the wall and slowly come out of the shape. I'm going to return to my blanket now, and then we'll try it without the wall. So maybe you're like, I really like that stretch with the wall. You can always stay there because, again, this is a progression, and I'm going to make it a little bit harder every time. Your job, do what's good for you. Do what feels good. If it doesn't feel good, then it's definitely not doing good. So you want to feel challenged, you want to feel muscles working, but you don't want to feel like, is this putting me in danger? Yeah? Okay. So without the wall, again, I'm going to use my blanket. Start first by holding the back of your thighs. From here, hold the back of your calves and raise your heels. Yeah? So again, I can just work this shape, lifting my chest. I feel my back muscles working here. Option, work your legs straight. Again, holding your calf muscles and look at your toes, lift up towards your toes. Breathe. Bend your knees, toes to the mat, and take a breath, Dandasana. Inhale here, and exhale. One more round of Ubhaya Padangusthasana, and this time I'm going to grip my big toes. So the word Padangusta refers to your big toe. So again, start by holding the back of your thighs and lift your chest. Take your arms between your legs and grip your big toe with your first two fingers, then raise your heels. And again, I can stay in this shape, working the lift of my chest. Option, stretch your legs straight. Now, pull your legs to you and pull you to your legs. Look up, big grip here with your toes, big lift of the chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bend your knees. Bring your toes to the mat. And again, sit in Dandasana. So we're going to close the practice today with a supported variation of Setu Bandha. So a posture like Ubhaya Padangusthasana is so much flexion of the hips. So it's really good to make sure that your yoga practice is balancing that out, because you are probably spending a good portion of your day in hip flexion. That's what I love about yoga is the back bends. So, but today we'll just do a passive supported back bend just to get you out of the hip flexion. So you'll want your 2 blocks, and again, if you don't have blocks, a really firm pillow will work, you know, a bunch of blankets folded firmly would work, just anything that you can support your hips on. So starting on your back, slide your blocks under your hips. So this is my lower back, this is my pelvis. You want to make sure it's on your pelvis and not in your low back. Roll your shoulders under, turn your hands up, and then walk your feet out. So it's sort of like a Shavasana position on the blocks. Now your work here is to just get heavy and soft. What you don't want to feel is pain in your back. So it can be modified by lowering the block. Instead of 2, go to 1. You could also have your feet on the floor and turn your knees in a little bit. Do what you need to feel good, yeah? But what you want to experience is that you're out of hip flexion and there's no crease here. Take a breath in through your nose. Really slow breath out through your nose and get softer. Breathe in through your nose. Slow breath out, get softer. You can stay in this shape, or if you'd like to increase the stretch, walk your feet in and then turn the blocks to high. So it's not necessary. You can stay in the previous shape. Now with the blocks on high, my blocks are not the best quality, so they're a bit unstable. So I'm not gonna go completely straight legs here, but near about. Again, no pain in your low back. Nice stretch on the top of your thighs. Roll your outer shoulder to the mat so your chest is big and full. Breathe in. And breathe out. Walk your feet in. Press into your feet to lift your hips and take the blocks away. Slowly bring your hips to the mat and walk your feet out wide. So we'll do a wide leg twist. Hold your right wrist with your left hand and take your arms to the back. And now drop your knees left. Push your right hip and your right knee forward to the left until you again are out of hip flexion on the right hip. So no crease in your hip. Reach through your arms and take a breath in. Slow breath out. When you exhale again, use your core and pull your belly button back to raise your knees. Keep your feet wide. That's a key part of this shape. And right hand holds left wrist. Drop your knees to the right. Keep your feet apart and now push your left hip and knee towards the right to take your left hip out of flexion. Reach and breathe. Exhale, pull your tummy back and use your core strength to bring your knees back. Walk your feet in and hug your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit right and left, wiggling your tailbone lower. Inhale here and then exhale. Curl into a little ball and touch your nose to your knees. Inhale and stretch out for Shavasana. So turn your feet out and turn your hands up. Wiggle and adjust your shoulders a bit. And then close your eyes. Relax. Every time that you exhale, release tension and stress and get soft. Now rest here until you hear my voice again. If you would like to relax longer, stop the video now. If you're ready to transition out of Shavasana, move your hands and feet a little bit. And then as you exhale, turn to the right. From your right side, come up to sit and take Sukhasana, easy seat with your shins crossed. Scoot your bottom to the back and place your hands on your knees, then lift your chest. And take a slow inhale. Slow exhale. Pause here and set an intention for the rest of your day to look for opportunities to practice peace. Take the peace that you generated on your yoga mat out into your daily life. Search for ways to practice peace with yourself and with others. When you exhale, drop your chin a little bit and then inhale to open your eyes. Thanks for joining me again today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you online again soon. Namaste.